Live from BC Children's Hospital, it's the 26th Annual Miracle Weekend.
Well done.
Very well done. Wow,
Man,
what a crowd.
I know.
That's amazing.
I feel like Clooney and Aniston. I'll be Aniston, you be Clooney.
Okay, thanks.
Well, welcome to you. We're live from BC Children's Hospital for the 26th Annual Miracle Weekend. We're here all evening long, all day tomorrow at the hospital, which serves the families of the entire province.
And we'll show you stories about the amazing kids who've been to this hospital and the caregivers who help them. And we'll also show you how your donations are used to fund the equipment and the research that save kids' lives.
All across the province, there are volunteers that are part of organizations called Communities for Kids, or CFKs. These are communities that undertake fundraising efforts for the BC Children's Hospital. And with me now is Elizabeth Olson from the Souk CFK with her son Spencer. Hello. Elizabeth, tell us a little bit about what you guys did this year to raise some money.
So what we did is that we went out to different community members as well as local businesses and asked them to sponsor a tree, at which time they came into the center, decorated the trees. We then had all the families who use our center come in and vote for their favorite tree.
Perfect. Now let's see how much you guys raised this year. Let's flip the check.
We were able to raise $3,051.
$3,051. Nicely done, you guys. Very nicely done. That will help many children. Last year, there were 209 children in Souk that needed the help of BC Children's Hospital. There'll be more this year as well, so pick up your phones. From Victoria's Inner Harbour, I'm Kylie Stanton.
Last year, there were over 1,400 patient visits to Children's Hospital from Victoria alone. These are kids who need specialized care and treatment from BC's top pediatric caregivers. Let's head over to Victoria and join reporter Kylie Stanton.
Well, thank you. We're here in beautiful Victoria with Dustin Wright and his grandmother Noreen and little brother Cody. Now, at only 18 hours old, Dustin's diagnosis meant that he would need specialized care for most of his life. Born 6 weeks premature and diagnosed with the very rare Apert syndrome, Dustin has had over 13 surgeries in his short life, and there are still more to come. Now, to tell us more about that, Noreen, can you tell us about Apert syndrome and some of the symptoms associated with it?
Yes, Apert syndrome actually is a fusing of the skull. The non-joining of the fingers were not separated, neither were the toes. His joints are susceptible to locking or freezing, so he has to keep very active, which he is. He's a really active little boy. He's just had lots of traumas and problems through his little life, but he's just a little trooper.
And that means many hours spent at BC Children's Hospital. Tell us a little bit about some of the care you've received there over the years.
Children's Hospital is absolutely phenomenal. They just treat you like you're just the only patient they've got, and they've got hundreds of people coming and going, and we just love them there.
Now, this hasn't slowed you down one bit. Can you tell us some of your favorite things to do, Dustin, when you're out and about and playing in the yard?
Our hockey, golf lessons, and riding bikes.
Riding your bike.
You just started golf lessons, right?
Yeah.
What's your favorite thing about that?
That I went on a driving range.
On the driving range.
On the driving range.
Did you hit the ball once or twice?
Yeah.
Once or twice. Lots of misses.
Not slowing down at all. A few more surgeries to come, though, right? It's ongoing?
Yes, it's always ongoing, so we just take them as they come.
Well, thank you, you guys. Now, Dustin Wright has been given many challenges to overcome in his life, and he gets through them every day, inspiring people along the way. You can help children like Dustin by donating to the Children's Hospital. From the Victoria Inner Harbour, I'm Kylie Stanton. Now, BC Children's Hospital has radiothons as part of their fundraising efforts across the province every year. year. And for Lisa Marshall and Michael Forbes of Ocean 98.5, it's always an amazing experience to share the stories of the families in need in their community. Welcome back, you guys.
Thank you.
Back again this year. Now tell us, you've been doing radiothons year after year, but I'm guessing it doesn't get old to be raising money for children in need.
It never gets old. It's our 11th annual too, so we can't believe that. But it's about sharing stories about the children and the families and hoping that it'll touch the listener's heart. And it really does year after year, so we're so grateful.
Wonderful, you guys. Well, let's take a look and flip the check, see how much you raised.
That's $145,575.
Absolutely amazing, you guys. Another incredible contribution from our friends at Ocean 98.5. From the Empress Hotel in Victoria, I'm Kylie Stanton. 81,394. That's the number of sick and injured children that are treated at BC Children's Hospital every year. And to help those kids, the hospital relies on your donations. On the front lines of the fundraising effort are the Communities for Kids. With me now is Nikita Seiko from the Nanaimo CFK, and we have Debbie from the foundation helping us out. And Nikita, tell us what you've been up to this year. Very busy.
Yeah, Nanaimo's been really busy. They've had a black and blue tattoo event, Crazy 8 slow pitch tournament, a onesies event, Swing for a Cause, and they've also had donations from the Central Vancouver Island Ostomy Association and the Nanaimo Daily News and Harbour City Star.
Perfect. Well, let's see how much you raised. Let's flip the check. We have $38,771. Congratulations, you guys. That's wonderful. And now, whether it's joining an existing CFK or starting one of your own in the area, you can help children in BC. From Vancouver Island, I'm Kylie Stanton.
It's all of our children's hospital. The hospital serves the kids all around this province, and about 500 every year come from Victoria. We'll take you to Victoria right now, where Kylie Stanton spoke with a teen who's been following in the path of Terry Fox in more ways than just one.
Welcome back to Vancouver Island. I'm Kylie Stanton. Now, Terry Fox is well known for his long battle with osteogenic sarcoma, but Molly Emery never imagined she'd be diagnosed with that same cancer at only 14 years old. Now, joining me now is Molly and her family. Molly, tell us a little bit about your battle with the cancer and how the doctors managed to save your leg.
I had a 19-hour surgery. My surgeon, they start by removing my femur and they replaced it with bone from my right leg and right hip and attached a rod and some pins. I'm able to run almost normally and I can start playing basketball a little bit here and there. Nothing like I used to, but almost like a normal teenager.
Now, for mom here, I mean, learning that your child has cancer is words that no parent ever wants to hear. But tell us a little bit about the care that you did receive while at BC Children's Hospital.
There are honestly no words to describe the fear that we felt and the desperation that we felt. Children's Hospital has a program in place to support families that's almost magical. They were there to catch us when the world was pulled out from underneath us in a way that I would have never dreamt or imagined. They provided a foundation for us that we stand on still today, after all this time.
And Molly, looks like you've been inspired by your time that you spent there.
Yeah, definitely. The nurses there were so incredible and they look to just love their job so much. So I hope one day to work on the oncology ward at Children's. I'm going to nursing school currently.
Well, that's amazing. Thank you guys so much for joining us. Now, there were 135 newly diagnosed cases of childhood cancer last year. It's far too many of BC Children's going through the fight of their life like Molly did. Now, if you do want to donate, please pick up the phone and call and donate to Children's Hospital. We'll be back with more from Victoria. I'm Kylie Stanton.
Next, we're going to meet a little boy, Dustin, who was just diagnosed at 18 days old for a disease he would have for the rest of his life. Let's join Kylie Stanton in Victoria to see how Children's Hospital has helped Dustin throughout his short life.
Welcome back to Vancouver Island. Now, what should have been a relaxing morning at home for the Jupp family turned into anything but and became a journey down the path of the unknown. Now, joining me now to tell us more about that is the Jupp family. We have Riley here, his little brother Landon, and his parents, Tanya and Kenny. Now, Tanya, tell me how you knew something was wrong with Riley.
Well, that morning I woke up and he decided to get up at 5 o'clock when we didn't have to go to work. So I took him out into the living room to settle him down, and he was sitting on my lap facing the TV. see, but he was leaning in towards my left arm, not really moving very much. And at 13 months, like, he was wanting to crawl and get down, and he just wasn't moving very much. And I turned him around to look at me, so we were face to face, and I could see that the whole left side of his face was droopy. He wasn't moving his arm or standing up on my leg. And at that time, I asked my son to go and get my husband, who was sleeping at the time, that we needed to go to the hospital because something wasn't right.
Now, a lot of tests were done, but what did you think, Kenny, when you heard the results?
I'm a little shocked to not understand why it happened or why they knew what was wrong with him. They kind of the unknown, still disappointed.
Now, why do you feel that BC Children's Hospital needs viewers' support, Tanya?
Because it's amazing. You take something like that for granted until you actually need it. You know, you hear, oh yeah, you know, we'll support, and until you find, you know, your child's having to live there for 4.5 weeks, you know, you're just kind of like, you know, you become one of the family. So, you know, you'd always help a family member out.
Now, for many children, the diagnosis is very obvious and the treatment plan is laid out, but for people and children like Riley, sometimes that's not always possible. BC Children's Hospital needs your support to help families like this one. From the Victoria Inner Harbour, I'm Kylie Stanton. Thank you very much. The Victoria Communities for Kids has been very busy this year raising money for the BC Children's Hospital. And joining me now with a little bit of information about what they've been up to is Jordan Hopkins and his mom, Lisa. Now, Jordan, you have a bit of a personal connection to BC Children's Hospital. Can you tell us about that?
Yeah, when I was 2, I had stage 4 neuroblastoma, and throughout that year, I received treatments for it. And, well, now I'm better and raising money. Done.
Raising lots of money, a lot of events this year. What have you guys been up to?
Well, there's been the Evening to Inspire, did that, gave a speech there. And then there's the Island Swimming Swim-a-thon. That was fun, yeah. Swam a while.
Perfect, well, let's see how much you raised. Let's flip the check. $231,000, $691 there. That's a ton of money, huge support. Thank you guys so much for coming out and for sharing that with us. From Victoria, I'm Kylie Stanton. I'm joined by Lisa Hopkins and some of the members from Team for Hope to tell us a little bit about what they've been up to fundraise money for the BC Children's Hospital. Now, Lisa, tell us a little bit about Team for Hope and what you guys have been up to this year.
Team for Hope is a group of women who raise money for BC Children's Hospital, specifically the Child Oncology Research Program. And we run marathons, and to support that, we raise money for funds at the same time.
Now, let's see. You had a busy year, so let's see how much you've raised. $69,477, and from what I'm told, you guys have already put this money to use.
Yes, we just found out that our first research grant has been awarded to the hospital, and it's going to start on June 1st.
Wonderful. Well, it's just one more example of how you can use your unique talents to raise some money for BC Children's Hospital. From Victoria, I'm Kylie Stanton. Barb and Steve Kalugan have joined me here from Port Alberni. They're tremendous supporters of BC Children's Hospital, and it's from their efforts that the Port Alberni Communities for Kids has become such a successful fundraiser. Now, they're joining me now. Tell me, how long have you been fundraising for BC Children's Hospital, Steve?
It's been 19 years now, Kylie. Just a phenomenal time for us.
19 years. Now, what did you guys get up to this year to raise funds?
Well, we've got almost $40,000, and what we were doing is our Festival of Trees at the Best Western Barclay is our biggest fundraiser, and of course the Alberni Valley Charity Golf Classic, which is 19 years, 20 years coming up this summer, and the Alberni Valley Vintage Tractor Club is a huge supporter. Every year they do a big fundraiser for us.
Well, let's see what it added up to. Let's flip the check. Okay. $39,106. Congratulations, you guys. Now, BC Children's Hospital has received fantastic support from right across Vancouver Island and the Communities for Kids. From Victoria's Inner Harbour, I'm Kylie Stanton.
Angels are smiling, lifted by love, awed by the children, exploring their world of pure innocence, pure love. Mothers and fathers whisper their prayers, take joy in knowing that everyone shares their faith and hope, their love, their faith and hope, their love. Miracles happen with love, and with from the angel in all of us. Miracles happen, oh yes they do. Here's hoping someday one happens for you, and peace comes to you from above. Miracles happen with love. Maybe strangers before, but not any longer. Bound by a caring for those who were younger. That's wonderful. That's love. Joining together, husbands and wives, kids and caregivers, they celebrate life. That's beautiful. That's love. That's beautiful. That's love. Little ones laughing, lost in their play. Through grateful eyes, you can hear them say, thank you all. Thank you. Thank you all. Thank you. Miracles happen.
Confetti extravaganza. Thank you to everybody in British Columbia for giving. We could not have done this without your help, each and every one of you. Thank you so much for making this a true miracle weekend.